It's weird to think that we didn't start in January last year. Or this year. Same of the year. We started in fucking March.
We started in March?
We started in March. Out of nowhere.
It was really March?
Yeah.
Huh.
March 3rd.
I think you might be having that. It's weird to believe we started in March thing, because you were drawing a lot in like February.
Yeah.
Like you were doing your drawings earlier.
Yeah, we started in March, just sitting on your porch.
Yep.
Listening to cars go by.
And the occasional train.
Occasional train. And now, like...
We're at least in my apartment now.
We've moved inside. I don't know, sometimes I miss sitting on the porch.
It was nice vibes.
Yeah, but then it got, like, colder. I would be chill, you might say, sitting on the porch.
Literally chill.
But not in the way that I want to be.
It's been a wild year.
It's been a wild year. A lot of things have happened.
Yeah.
What was your favorite thing to talk about while we were recording earlier this year?
I'm not sure. Because, like, obviously there was a lot of enjoyment in the fisheye story.
Bro, I still walk around my house and just occasionally go, I used to have a bag of fish eyes. Also, just last night I was yelling, yes, perceive me as an omnipresent void from the Alistair video. I think those are my favorite conversations that we've had. Started off with a very clear plan of what I was doing for videos earlier in the year. And then I redid the plan like 3 times and it just went off the rails come around September, October.
And then Nano was in November.
Ugh. And then, you know, holiday seasons.
Yeah.
It's been a pain.
Holiday seasons are always a bitch. You making a plan for something is like, you make a plan and then you're like, but what if I did the plan this way? What if I did the plan this way? You have many branching plans. Because you don't like sticking to one plan.
It's not so much a plan as it is a tree.
Yeah, you make a tree.
It's a curse, really. On the bright side, this means I do have at least 6 videos already planned for next year. For 6 different months.
And that's something.
So in terms of videos that I have planned
for next year,
I've said like 5 things in previous videos that I've been like, ooh, next year I'll get to that.
I'll do this next year. Guess what? Next year's coming, bitch.
Next year's coming. It's coming quick and I'm not ready.
It's right around the corner.
I'm not prepared. Alright, you looked through the pictures earlier on the slideshow version of the video.
Yes.
What is your favorite from this year?
I like the Mulan one a lot.
I'd have to look back through, but I'm pretty sure that one's really high up there for me too.
I like the Mulan one, and I do also like the one where we're all like Pokemon, and I got the Sprigatito.
Yeah.
I like that one too.
It's the grassy boys. I still really like the Marceline one with like the heart.
Was it the one with the bi flag on it?
Yeah.
That one was a good one.
Still really
that was
like
a groove.
I'm trying to pick which thing I want to focus on improving this year as a resolution. Because last year the resolution was just to draw one thing for every month. And succeeded.
You have succeeded in your goal.
My backup thing was to work on drawing more male presenting characters. And I got some in there. Not as many as I would have liked, but some.
There are some in there. You saw Alistair.
One thing I struggle with now that I didn't struggle with as much previously. My creativity is very limited.
Also, there's less things we want to be distracted from, so we're less likely to draw to procrastinate on our responsibilities.
Incorrect. I got plenty of dishes I don't want to do.
You have more than I do, but like I oftentimes find it hard to like get the motivation to start something.
But a thing that I find that I have problems with is creating a background. They're so simplistic for the most part. It's rare that I do a background or set something in a scene, and I'm trying to do more with that.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a problem with it up until like March when I started drawing again for reals.
Yeah. I've never been too much of a background person. Like there are certain pieces that are like, oh, I understand the background I want to do for this. But a lot of times I like doing more character studies.
Yeah.
And like musculature practice and clothing fold practice and like shading practice. That's what I prefer to focus on.
I think I want to do more, or excuse me, I think I want to do less people. Or if I'm doing people, do more full-bodied people instead of just like bust, torso, head.
Hips up.
Yeah. Like I wanna get better with anatomy. Which
I feel like if you're going to do hips up, try to do interesting angles with like foreshortening or like bird's eye or worm's view, shit like that.
I'm working on it. Slowly but surely.
Yeah, it's a process.
It's a process.
You've been experimenting around with other things like backgrounds and particular shading things though.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take it all on at once.
Yeah, it's gotta come in chunks.
Yeah.
And I have gotten significantly more comfortable and quicker at what I have been doing. So I feel like it is time to branch out. Like I've been trying to do more with shading and lighting and
finding the light source and like trying to determine the shading from that is difficult for me, especially like if I'm not doing a scene.
Yeah, if you're just doing character art, where does the lighting source come from?
Yeah.
Like I'll draw something and go, fuck, I forgot the background. And so I'll just throw some colors on it. I'll just do like shapes.
Like abstract little pop art background things. Like I like doing things like that.
Same, but it can't be that 100% of the time. I need some variation of my life, because I don't get it from moving my living room around anymore.
Fair. I'm thinking, like, when it comes to some of the pictures I do, like, some of them would be more character-oriented, like, so, like, more likely to be, like, pop art background style, but sometimes there are things that come to me, and I'm like, a scene, a background. I have a background that I could do for this. If it comes to mind, it comes to mind.
It doesn't. Like the Togepi I did, I went into that with a clear background in mind because the Togepi was in a tree. So I was like, oh, cute little moon sky thing.
Like if you've got the idea, it's not as hard to execute.
Yeah, but oftentimes I walk in without the idea.
And you're just like question marks on what you should even do for a background. Like trying to get characters interacting with the background is something I want to be able to do better. Like laying on a bed or sitting in a chair, doing something in the kitchen, like rather than it just being like a set piece, like we're watching a visual novel.
The one I have of the girl with the deer shadow and like the puking blood, like I redid the whole thing 3 times.
Oh,
the one I posted was the 3rd one. I hated them all. The backgrounds gave me so much trouble. I spent like more than 4 hours on each one.
Oof.
I was struggling, but I had the idea and I wanted to get it out in a way that I could be like
at
semi-happy with.
At least you were like, I have accomplished something that I don't mind that I accomplished.
Yeah. So like maybe that'll become a yearly draw this again.
Maybe. You just add more to your list. I'm gonna draw this again.
I'd like to pick up some art challenges. Draw this in your style.
Like draw this in your style things are difficult for me because I don't necessarily have a defined style.
Fair enough.
Like I tend to draw like fan art of characters and I try to stay true to their sort of style. So I am less likely to have a style of my own because...
Well, everyone's style is a hodgepodge of styles they like.
Yeah. Like, you get better at art by like drawing things you like and practicing with that and deciding what you want to do. I'm going to learn a lot about how to draw braids because I want to draw Edward Elric. So...
They don't even have to be like full illustrations. They can be little doodles.
Yeah,
just do a little sketch dump.
Just do a little sketch dump of shit.
Maybe that's what I need to do. Break up the monotony.
Like break up the monotony. Like get like a diversity of things you want to just sketch dump onto something.
Maybe I'll start giving them like some fun wallpapers and shit.
Could be fun.
I want to work on. Okay, that's it. In 2024, I want to work on becoming more well-rounded and more backgrounds.
I guess a lot of my creative goals for this past year have been more rooted in writing.
Fair enough.
I've achieved quite a bit.
Nice.
But when it comes to like art goals, I just want to be a bit more consistent with it.
You want to draw one thing every month?
I want to at least get one thing done every month.
Hey, it's a good place to start.
But I'm not very consistent when it comes to drawing. I'm more consistent when it comes to writing and thinking about plots and shit.
I'm not consistent with anything.
But I'm not consistent when it comes to drawing. Like, I'll get the mood of I want to draw, but then I won't. Because I don't know what I want to draw. Or I'll be like, I want to draw something, but then I don't. More consistency with drawing, I think, is nice. A goal to achieve.
Consistency, backgrounds, and rounding out skill set. I don't know.
Rounding out the skills.
This is the end of year sign off. Hope to see you again in the next one.
End of year sign off. We'll see you later, brothers. Don't put that in.
I'm leaving it.
Don't. I was typing brotherhood. You can't.
Full on Hulk Hogan, our tiny audience.
Don't, I can't.
I will see you again next year. Thank you for stopping by.
I'm not Hulk Hogan, I swear.